All right, section 16, child abuse. List the characteristics of the history and physical exam that should trigger concerns for possible abuse and neglect, such as inconsistencies. Well, yes, if the story is inconsistent, you should ask more questions. Or you just get a really confused look on your face, which I'm really good at making, and go, what? Wait, what? Huh? I don't understand. And ask for more explanation. Unexplained delays in seeking care. Yes, 3 days ago I noticed my child limping, but today I finally decided to bring them to the doctor. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Injuries with specific patterns or distributions on the body. So there's a handprint or an iron burn mark. You know, it's got the little holes where the steam vents are, and it's the triangle shape part of the iron. Any of specific patterns that may make you concerned that a specific device or hand or belt has been used to strike the child or burn the child needs to be concerned. There are concerning locations, certainly bruising behind the ears, ripping or tearing of the frenulums in the mouth, bruising on squishy parts. Babies and kids shouldn't have bruising on squishy parts, so meaty parts of the arms, bellies, backs, cheeks, thighs are not areas that should be bruised. Now, every baby's going to have bruises on their forearms and their foreheads and their shins, but areas that are meaty or juicy, they shouldn't have bruises on. And if they do, then you need to go exploring why that happens, or what has happened to cause those bruises. Inappropriate displays of affection or inappropriate behavior for age can be suggestive of sexual abuse that's taken place. So it's important to take that into consideration, the patient's behavior or actions, when evaluating the patient and the history. Describe physical signs and symptoms of shaken baby syndrome. So remember, this is going to be the shearing force, and a lot of times with shaken baby, it's not the shaking that's actually the problem, it's what they smash the baby up against after they're done shaking them. So it's the shake, 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 boom, that is the problem. But it's the shearing of the axons, and the crash at the end. So if it's simply shaking, you may not see any external signs of trauma. They may say, all of a sudden the baby had a seizure, or they couldn't wake them up after a nap, or didn't wake up for a feed, so they sought care. And then, you have an obtunded baby, you get an MRI, and there's diffuse brain injury, bleeding in the head, retinal hemorrhages, or you feel a knot or a mass on the head where the baby's been struck against an object. Order appropriate laboratory and radiologic studies for an infant with suspected physical abuse and shaken baby. You want an ophthalmology exam, you want bone imaging, preferably of every bone in their body, a skeletal survey, so that you can look for fractures, both new and old, throughout. You want to get a workup for any deficiencies in bone metabolism. You want to make sure that they don't have rickets or osteomalacia, or some reason why their bones are particularly friable, osteogenesis imperfecta, or other bone disorder. Let's see. I think that's about covered it. Okay, that's it for this section.